Hello. Listen, I know that I said the next time I do one of these, it was supposed to be a Destiny rant about the game Destiny 2 and Bungie. I'm gonna table that for later because I got some more thoughts I want to compile together. But I did want to talk about Invincible. Yeah, the season finale last week, the conclusion for this part of the story, and what's going to be going forward. So I want to talk about that. Let's go over episode 8. Alright, and then we'll talk about season 4 as a whole and onward. So season 8, we have the last episode ended with Mark saying, hey, the Viltrumites are going to Earth. We just destroyed their planet. They're out for revenge. They're going to go to Earth and try to fuck with, Earth. Because that's what they want. They've been conquering this whole time. Because humans are more compatible also with Viltrumites, that and that, etc. Mark has PTSD. And no, I don't mean post-traumatic stress disorder. I mean post-thrag stress disorder. PTSD, post-thrag stress disorder. This man is having vision after vision of people he loved, humans on Earth, just crazy shit, people just dying, being killed, basically. He had it before they got to Earth. He was just thinking about it over and over. When he got to Earth and they couldn't find the Viltrumites, and they were like, are they here yet, or what happened? They should have beat him there, obviously. When he got home and saw his mom, he envisioned her being ripped apart by Thrag. Same thing with Eve when he got back in touch with her. When he was on campus, he was envisioning Anissa ripping apart students and killing them. It was just a bunch of crazy shit, right? We get a little scene between Nolan and Cecil, which I really liked. I can't remember if they did this in the comics, but they were back at the spot where, the think Mark think moment where Nolan is just beating the shit out of Mark and trying, convince him, hey, we need to conquer this planet. Understand this. Nolan was tired of the bullshit. He was tired of being treated like trash. He got a little bit with Cecil, but it started with Debbie. So Debbie, they were going back and forth about it. He's like, how could you leave Oliver on some alien planet with people he doesn't know, etc., etc. Because he's in a healing tank right now. And Nolan's like, well, he's with the best doctors getting the best care possible. We had to leave him to come try to get Earth, this, that, and third. And she's pushing back, obviously, because she fucking hates him right now. And this man stands in front of him. He's like, bitch, I'm tired of you treating me like this. You gonna tighten that shit up. And when he said that, he said what he said. I can't remember word for word, bar for bar. He walked out of her way and let her walk into the house if she wanted to. Now, eventually they did come to the decision that she's going to go in a spaceship with Nolan to Telescria, I believe it's called, the home planet for the coalition of planets, to go be with Oliver, because, that's not her son. But again, that's the thing that's pissing me off. This is not your biological son in any way, shape, or form. Yes, you raised him from a baby, but you have no actual connection to him aside from, I guess you raised him, the stepmother, whatever. So the same treatment he got from Debbie, he got from Cecil. Granted, Cecil, grown-ass man, and he's much more blunt about it. The line, sorry about all the damage caused here, he was like, Earth or this specific spot, when he was at the mountain where he was punching the fuck out of Mark. And then he apologized. Cecil didn't want him to come near him. He's like, bro, I'm still not, cool to be around you and shit like that. So, he tells Cecil, hey, we're putting up a security system. if any Viltrumite spaceship comes in range or enters your solar system, we'll be on our way here. But it'll take 2 weeks. Cecil doesn't accept the answer. He's like, well, nigga, what the fuck? One, you better come here, and you better bring the coalition plans, and it better be clearer than 2 fucking weeks. So, Nolan, he starts pressing Nolan a lot. And Nolan's like, we fucking is out there fighting for our lives to protect y'all, because they really want planet Earth. We're trying to protect the universe because the Viltrumites are all conquerors. And then he's like, dude, I nearly died. And Cecil, he set a bar. I'm not gonna lie, Nolan, you gotta eat this one. He said, good, die nearly 2,000 something more times, and then we can talk. Because that was probably the number of people that died in Chicago when he did that whole attack, punching Mark through everything and stuff. Nigga, die that many more times, and then we can have a conversation about you being redeemed. Earth isn't your therapy couch. And Nolan, like I said, he was pressing on the same way he did. They were like, nigga, I'm not about to keep taking this shit from y'all anymore, talking like this. But he had to eat that bar. He had to. He had no choice. And then, we hit the mark. He's flying around, therapy flight, whatever. He comes up on Bragg, or someone he thinks is Bragg. He thinks it's PTSD, post-Bragg stress disorder acting up again. So, calms himself, blinks his eyes, this and that, and they realize it's the real Bragg. Bragg says, hey dude, we're here. All of us. This is how it's going to work. We, the Viltrumites, are going to live among the humans. We will not involve ourselves in any wars, politics, social, anything like that. You won't know we're here, and we'll be like a ghost. We're going to interbreed, since you are a clear example that Viltrumites can breed with humans and turn out like strong, like a pure-blooded Viltrumite, and be worthy to be in the ranks. And because that's his main goal. He was made Grand Regent to push the survival of the race of Viltrumites. And they've been needing to find a planet to breed more Viltrumites, and Earth is that planet. So he's like, you have one choice. There's 37 months left, and we could honestly kill all of y'all, take over this planet, etc., etc. We could lose some, but y'all lose everything. Or you can accept the terms and allow this to happen. Mark was like, no, nigga, hell no, never, this, that, and third. And so he was like, you know what, we wouldn't be able to win, so I accept your terms. And I understand what Mark was going through, because you're thinking, damn, all he's gonna do is just breed more Viltrumites, and then once he has a big enough army, he's just gonna attack everyone on Earth and kill us all. But no, you have to remember, Bragg was made Grand Regent of Viltrum to push the survival of the race. They've been trying to find a planet to interbreed with, and Earth is that planet. Mark is a perfect example that interbreeding with humans can get the closest to a pure-blooded Viltrumite. So that is Bragg's only goal. He doesn't want to. If he wanted to kill all of them, he could have did it. He could have killed Mark right there. No one would have been able to stop him. Alan, anyone, about no. He could have killed Mark and Nolan when they were in space, and they destroyed Viltrum after he killed Thetis. He could have killed literally every single one of them. They could all be dead, and he would still have 36 other Viltrumites to help him do it. Nothing is stopping him from killing them off if he wants to. But you have to remember, his goal is on survival of the Viltrumites, the Viltrum race. That's all he wants. So the episode ended like that. He flew away. This happened different in the comics, because in the comics, Nolan was with him during this conversation. And so Nolan was aware of the deal that was going on. So I assume in season 5 that he's gonna, tell Nolan everything that happened, and that'll go and how that went in the comics. Um, but hey, good season so far. Now let's talk about the bads of the season. I know people have been saying it a lot, but this goddamn animation. What are y'all doing? What are y'all fucking doing? Season 1 had amazing animation. And that was part of the reason people got interested in it in the first place. Not just also the first episode where, Nolan randomly killed guards on the globe that he's on the team with. And you're just like, why did you do that? What's the story here? Etc. etc. But like, it was good animation. The fights were good, characters were getting introduced, all that. But the animation was solid. We've been going downhill. The only time we went back up was when Mark fought Conquest on Earth when he first came. And I know y'all remember. If you remember that fight, I know you remember there was a moment where Conquest he's like knocking Mark like back and forth while Oliver's flying trying to chase him. And he hits Mark through this building. Mark flies, hits the ground, and hits the gas tank on a truck. And it explodes. Of course he's fine. After that, the hair movement, the animation on Mark's hair, all the budget went to his fight with Conquest and his hair. It looks so fucking clean and crispy. His hair looks more amazing than any animation in the entire rest of the series. They detailed his hair and the movement so amazing. I'm just like, that looks fucking great. And then of course for season 4, Bragg, most of it was episode 6 or 7 when they went to go to my planet and he was fucking everything up. He had that impact frame, looked like a demon, punching Nolan down the Viltrum and then up out of Viltrum. Like, even then, I mean, it was kind of spotty because he didn't have to do much to really showcase his power. But no, I think I don't know if it's a time constraint. Like, they're on the schedule, so they can't really like do it. They don't have enough time to make the animation that great. Give them time. I will wait another year and a half. If they can do good animation for season 5, and then while those episodes are releasing, they can work on season 6, 7, 8, or 9, and so on. I know Rob Kirkman said he probably wants to go 7 or 9 seasons. Bro, there's a fight. Listen, there is a fight later in the series that I need to be well animated. This is literally going to be the best fight in the entire series. And if it is not well animated, people are going to be pissed. They're going to be pissed off. Aside from animation, let's talk about characters. Eve has her powers back because she got the abortion. Comics or whatever. In later seasons, I need Eve to use her powers in a more creative way. You can manipulate matter on a molecular or atomic scale, and all you do is your beams and throw spears. You was moving so fluid and you're special and doing so many tricks. Where is that same Eve? And you're still skinny and slim. You can move pretty fast and you can fly. Don't say it's because of agility, because you were smaller than... Like, no, that's not an excuse. You can move fucking amazingly. That's not the issue. They're nerfing Eve when she could solve problems in a blink of a second. Dr. Seisman is a perfect example. He has those wristbands that, like, That's his basic. He doesn't have any super agility, speed, endurance, durability, nothing. Just those wrist things for his seismic move. You can turn that into bubbles. You can manipulate anything that isn't living. You can do it with that. I don't know why she doesn't whenever they get attacked by other seismic or all the other bullshit they've been throwing at them. But they need to step her up. Now, as far as power scaling, Mark, because we know Damien Darkblood's about to come and, have this whole back and forth with trying to take over the top side of Earth. We know Ancient Levy isn't dead. I need you guys to power scale Mark correctly. Listen, he's not stronger than Conquest. Those are going to say that he is not stronger than Conquest. He got a win off of Conquest. It's not the same thing. Mark needs to... His strength, he is strong. And we know where he stands with his moral compass. He needs to not lose so easily. And I understand that it's like, oh, well, if he's super strong, it's like the Superman trope. Who's gonna beat him if you don't make a really strong villain who's able to contest against him? The issue is, Superman's villains are actually stronger than him. The villains that Mark fights are way weaker than him, so why is he getting damage? Why is he taking damage? Why can't he dodge the attacks? And why can't he kill them in the blink of an eye? Those are 3 issues they need to fix for these next seasons that are coming up. Oliver, you need to stay your ass at home. Once you get healed, come home or stay on Teleska or whatever, and you stay fucking put. You see a Viltrumite, you do not go in that direction, buddy. You're not built for this. Play with your Legos. They look like they was trying to do something with him and Tech Jacket when they was on the ship. They should go that route since they changed their gender from male to female from the comics. Go that route. She ain't doing shit anyway. Tech Jacket got fraud allegations. You wanna know why? Because she ain't done shit this whole fucking war. What has she done? She's fired darts when they were attacking planet Viltrum, sure, but Alan has to get the kill, so she's just assisting. When she ran out of darts, she fired that like superpowered beam that shot straight through bodies of Viltrumites, but never used that beam before or after that. Why? That beam looks fucking OP as hell. Is it a power thing where it's like, oh, it's a one-time use? Like, you were about to use that on a random female Viltrumite that was looking Nolan's direction and then turned to you. No, that can't be a one-time thing. I forget what her full like capabilities and powers are, but she needs to do something. Alan is doing great. He's power scaled fine, and you guys will see later in seasons where he's at. Alan, his power scaling is fine. Nolan is fine. He's right where he should be. Weaker than Thrag, stronger than Mark. He's solid. The other Viltrumites, I'm not going to speak on them because they'll come back into the picture later, and I don't want to spoil anything with that. But yes, so the people that are animating Invincible Season 5 through whatever it's going to end on, please, for the love of God, if the time is an issue, nigga, get to work right now. Y'all need to be working day and night. And ask for a raise. GoFundMe's, do something, man. We need good animation on this, because that's the only thing holding us back right now. We got the story, we got character development, we just need animation to be solid. And it sucks when studios put these time constraints on animators and people to get these episodes out because the fans want it, or they have these time schedules, but like, you gotta quality over quantity. Alright? We would rather have good animation over having the episodes come back to back super quick. No. Give them their time. We'll wait. Because once the season 5 comes out, we're gonna watch it anyway. So give them their time. Give them their time. Um, that's really all I got to say today, man. Um, for those who can't wait, I've seen a lot of comments of people saying they're going to start reading the comics because they don't want to wait to find out what's going to happen in later seasons. Because we don't know if season 5 is coming out next year or the year after. We don't know what's going on. Do I recommend you read the comics? Yes. Right now, so there's a max of I think 144 issues. And I believe this one season 4 ends on like 79. So there's really just like 70 more issues just to read. And they're all you can find them on online website. I'm not gonna link any in case I get those blocked or whatever, but they're in color. They're easy to read, good, they have pictures, it's great. Recommend you read it, especially since people are already putting spoilers out about, oh, this happened this way in the comics, and this character does this way in the comics. That's why they did this, and everyone the whole Nissa thing. And so, read the comics. I recommend. Till then, Destiny rant coming soon. I'm gonna see you guys. Take later. Take later. Take care. Take care. PTSD, man. Post grad stress disorder. I'm out.